Amber, and you're here for Girlfriends Insider. And this week, I have my closest friends, Haley, and once again, we're welcoming back Candace. Hey, y'all.
Hi.
How's y'all week been going?
Mine's been going uneventful. How about you, Candace?
Tired. College classes. Like, sleep right about now.
How many hours of sleep have you gotten?
4. College is really doing it.
4. I'm sure college really is doing it.
I told y'all it was comedian.
My week has been really, really great. I got flowers yesterday. Don't do that. Do not do that.
SpongeBob.
I got me some nice flowers yesterday. Not the
and
one-
a cake.
And a cake. I got a cake and some nice flowers. But not the flowers. We don't need to say from who.
Girl, you know from who.
I don't know.
They don't need to know from who. They just need to know I got flowers and a cake. But
Roses.
roses. I got them good roses. Not from Jewels or Walgreens. But you know them roses from an actual flower boutique. I was like...
from Mario.
No, he got me flowers from an actual flower boutique. I was like, what you know about a flower
But
boutique?
I mean, the cake was from like Mariano's Walmart.
Okay, he don't do Walmart.
Walmart.
First of all, don't you do Walmart?
On the fool for y'all.
Because you don't shop at Walmart.
Good for Walmart.
Okay, don't do that because you be saying that you don't go to Walmart either. You
I
gonna
do.
be like Target.
You ain't never heard that come
She a lie. Because we be going to Walmart all the time.
I like Walmart.
You
When did I ever say I wasn't going to Walmart?
Never.
Never.
Someone else has though.
first of all, it's not that I would not go to Walmart.
Please stop lying.
Princess.
No, it's not. It's not that I have been in Walmart before because it's a Walmart right by my house.
You shaking the table. Okay.
First of all, it's just that Target has a better feel.
expensive, baby.
They basically got the same. They sell the same products. They got the same prices.
Okay, but
basically.
no,
No,
they
they
don't
do
have the
not
same
have the
prices.
same prices.
You wouldn't
That's
know
why
because
we
you
go
don't go into Walmart. See, that's the
I've
problem.
been into
They would
Walmart
never-
like 3 times in my life.
That statement shows your.
But Walmart, I'm not saying Walmart is that
college
bad.
is gonna humble you, baby.
It's a Target right by my school.
Wait, here we go. And she doesn't eat leftovers.
I told my roommate I don't eat leftovers. She was like, "You sure?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm sure."
She gonna
We
have
went
a
to
rude
Portillo's
awakening.
one time, and she got like 6 chicken tenders, and she took a picture of it. Didn't even eat
She
it.
ate 2 and threw the rest away.
Oh my god! Because why would I
It's
take
kids in
Portillo's
Africa
home?
starving, not even Africa. She would have walked outside Portillo's and seen a homeless man on the street who would have loved them for a chicken
If
tender.
I saw a homeless person, I would have
You
gave them
didn't
the
think
food.
about it.
I would have
Look,
gave them the
you
food.
just said, I don't eat leftovers, so I'm going to throw these away.
I don't eat leftovers. Why would I take fast food home and put it in the fridge and heat it up? It's not
If your
going to taste
mama
the
made
same.
food,
First of all, you
wouldn't
can
eat it the next day.
when you have fried chicken, you
Grandma
don't
would
put
cook.
it in the microwave. You put it in the oven. That's how it gets crispier. But like, you don't eat leftovers, so you
Yes,
don't know that. So it's okay.
Whatever. Y'all gonna stop trying
College
to
will
go
humble
on
you.
me.
Have some humility.
Whatever. Let me put my reading glasses on so we can get into some hot topics.
And not from Walmart. I know that for sure.
You know what? Okay, but hot topics. Okay, so ASAP Rocky, he could receive more than $2 million from the Swedish government if found not guilty. So he was put in jail in Sweden because he got into an altercation with a man in Stockholm back in June. So according to TMZ, he could be compensated more than $2 million for his time in jail because according to Swedish law, a person is permitted to seek reimbursement for any coin lost during their time in prison. See, so if he's found not guilty, then they will have to pay him all his money back that he's lost from his shows that he's had to cancel. He's had to cancel exactly over 12 shows, 10 to 12 shows, I believe.
That's a lot of money. I'm not finna lie. Like, that's a lot to lose.
Is I feel like people just want him out because he's fine, but he's like so problematic.
He
He
is
is.
problematic because he was like, what do Black Lives Matter got to do with me? And all this other crazy
I bet
stuff.
she had Black Lives Matter behind him now.
I bet he
That
do.
black man and settled in. I bet he got some humility.
But he has Trump backing him. Kanye and Kim.
But I feel like that's not a good backing. Like,
It's
I would
not,
not
it's
want
not
that
a good backing, but
Look,
that is the
If
person
Jay
who...
Z was on his side, he would have been out.
He would have been out. Meek got out. But with Trump on his side, it's kind of like, I don't know what
nobody
exactly...
be feeling Trump.
Don't nobody be feeling Trump, but Trump kind of is the free leader, the leader of the free world. So he kind of do have that.
Free
world.
What
It ain't a free world, but he had
Confusion.
those
None in this
connects.
world free.
He had those connects to kind of get him out. Kim Kardashian and Kanye are kind of throwing me off. I like the work Kim is doing. She called Trump up and asked to get ASAP out of jail. I like the work she doing, but she kind of throw me off sometimes.
I feel like
Any
she's kind of
association
mean.
with Trump, it's like having association with the devil. It's like equivalent.
That is true.
I just, I don't really know about the topic that much, but like, I feel like the only reason why people want him out is because he's fine and because he's always on Twitter.
He is fine.
So
He is.
So it's just kind of like, okay, but we'll see what happens.
You know what? Everything happens for a reason. Maybe God is trying to humble him.
Maybe God is. Maybe God is trying to show him to have, as you would say, some humility.
Have some humility.
He needed.
Words to live by. Candace Jones. Have some humility.
Okay, so speaking of Trump, recently Trump proposes a plan that could potentially strip more than 3 million people of food stamps 3 million people of food stamp benefits.
Let me start off by saying I'm about to be a college student. I want to apply for Link.
I'm not gonna lie either. If I can get Link, and however you get
So
Link,
you will get Link and not go to Walmart?
girl, look, you can use a Link in Mariano's and Target. Don't do that.
You know what? It's just so crazy to me that rural, poor white America rooted for this man, but this affects them too.
Yeah.
Just
That is
because
crazy.
you are both white, you are poor. Therefore, he does not care about you. White people use food stamps too.
They
when
do.
the whole little government support thing came in, it was mostly white people on it than black people. Actually, 12% was just black people when it first started out, and mostly was white people. So while you running on, what's it called, Make America Great Again, he gonna make it great, and now you finna be starving. Your little $300 a month on the first, you ain't finna get no more for food.
I don't know, because I feel like there's more like white people on like welfare and food stamps than black people, but I feel like it's still going to affect black people more than white people.
It's actually now it's more black people now because the system isn't for us, and we're just been not progressing as a whole. So yeah, but that's sad because I probably can't get Link now.
Girl, I hope that they don't do that because I was gonna apply for a Link card. Whatever it's called in Hampton, Virginia, I was gonna apply for
They
it.
got Link.
They call it different things in different states sometimes.
They do. It's like
do.
different.
Yeah, it's
I
like
don't know.
different. I was gonna see what it's
The
called.
Link card. I want the little blue card with the little light blue thing. I need that.
It's like a new little debit card you
I've
get.
never seen a Link card before.
You ain't never seen a Link card before? A privilege. You gotta have some humility. People be
Girl, she said she ain't never
right.
seen no
People be
Link
trying to
card.
act like they mama don't get Link cards or buy
they
Link cards,
cuz?
but they do. How you think them 4th of July barbecues be happening?
Got
Link,
money?
Y'all,
Y'all know Polish and stuff is expensive.
buns, pops,
And
what?
unless you want no seafood on the grill.
but isn't it like certain foods you can't
Yeah,
eat?
you
like it's
can't.
only
You can't
certain
get it
foods.
like at the high bar.
Yeah, you can't get like food off the hot bar. but you
Like
can
at
get-
Target, like there are certain foods that have like stickers on it that says like you can use Link, but that's not all the foods. So like
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about
you
all
have to
that.
like look at it. Like you could use Link on like baby formula or like stuff like that, but not like real expensive food or like food that's kind of higher quality. Like the
So
food,
like basic needs, basically.
like the
Okay.
foods that aren't like the best, people can use Link on. But like good quality
I'm gonna
food,
look that one up.
I'm gonna
just
look
go to
that up.
Target.
I'm gonna have to
I
look
was like,
that
I was asking my mom, and she was like explaining it to me.
The
I
girl,
was like, that's
we
so
go.
unfortunate.
We take my cousin Link card. We buy everything. We don't.
Nice.
Be set for the whole month. You don't gotta go back to the
Actually,
store.
my cousin, this I'm talking about for prior years, so I'm not putting nobody out there. Do fast and not look up my family because we don't need Link no more. But when she did have her Link card, we ain't have to worry about anything. We just know you can't get nothing from the hot bar, or you can't take your Link card to a restaurant. Don't think you going to Wendy's and you getting you some food
True.
because that's not happening.
That is true. Okay, y'all. So last week, me and Candace, Nana and Hannah, we went to go see The Lion King. Have you seen it yet?
Yes, I saw it with my mom.
What did
Why
you
you say
see?
it
It's
like
like that.
I mean, like, the movie was great,
Choose your words wisely.
but I like the animated a little
Okay.
bit better.
Understand.
The movie was like, it was good. I didn't really expect Beyonce to do as well because, okay, listen, on Twitter, everyone was coming for her saying like, Beyonce ruined The Lion King. Her voice was so
has not seen it
right,
yet.
so monotone, and I'm like, okay, Beyonce's like Beyonce. So like, is it really that bad? And I think she did a good job. I just think they had her talk softer. Like it wasn't her regular voice. Like she was very soft, very, I feel like feminine,
Definitely
like
some voice coaching.
it was
there.
very, it was definitely some voice coaching. Like it wasn't
She does that. She's a singer. You know.
Yeah, but I think that when you you know how you go see animated movies, like when you saw Rihanna in Home, it was like you knew it was Rihanna, but you wasn't really seeing her as Rihanna. But like when you see The Lion King, you know that's Beyonce. Like you know
like,
you see that as
Beyonce's at a different
Beyonce.
stature, like because you know we don't get to Beyonce don't do interviews no more. So whenever you get to hear this woman talk, baby, you sit in and you hone in and you listen, you listen. And so I'm sitting there like, wow, Beyonce is like really talking to us, but it's not Beyonce. She's playing a character in a child's movie.
I mean, I liked her, but she wasn't my favorite character.
That's understandable.
It was the two. It was the two. It was the hog.
Timon and Pumbaa. Girl.
Yes. I like how they were like ad-libbing and stuff like that. Like I liked them a lot. They were really funny. And then their interviews, like they were so excited about like singing with Beyonce. Like I loved it. They were my two favorite. Mufasa, like
no, okay. Mufasa, I'm sorry. Mufasa had me in the movie theater dying laughing because let me tell you why. Although his death was tragic, Hannah and Candace was in this movie theater crying like they knew this lion. As if like this lion was their pet. And he meant everything. Crying, Haley, bawling, crying.
At Mufasa like he's a pet. First off, let's not do that. I shed a tear or two.
But why?
First of all, that child movie is whole dear to my heart.
So you cry every single time you see it, or just that time?
Can I finish talking? You gonna keep interrupting me? Thank you.
It was just a question. Okay.
Thank you. As I continue. Those movies are movies I grown up with. And so it reminded me how I first seen it with my grandmother who has passed. So I got a little emotional.
Okay.
Any further questions?
Oh. Y'all two are a mess. Okay. So let's get into some girl talk. So let's get into it. So this week, my general topic is friendships. But my main question is, are friendship breakups worse than breakups with your boo?
Who want to start?
I want to start. I feel like friendship breakups are way worse than if you broke up with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Simply because friendships are, not to be corny or be that person, but friendships are kind of like supposed to always be there. Like you can break up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend any given day, but it's just their time. But your friends are like supposed to be there. Like when you break up with them, your girl's supposed to be there. You're supposed to text the group chat like, y'all, I just broke up with him. He just broke up with me and I'm sad. And y'all supposed to like make each other feel better about whatever happened.
As you're not sad, we break. Never mind. That's what happened. Friendships are like family if you choose them wisely. Me personally, I take friendships seriously, so I just don't have so many miscellaneous friends. You know, I keep my circle small, and you know we close. So if that breaks off, it's like, wow, you cutting off your blood cousin.
No, for real, it's like you cutting off your cousin.
You cutting off your sister. Like it's deep, and like they supposed to be the thick and thin. A friendship is like one of the strongest relationships that you have in your life, along with whoever your higher power is. That stuff. But yeah. Miss Johnson.
What you think?
So like, okay, so I feel like they're worse just because like I take my friendships very, very seriously. And like I really do care about my friends. Like I give 110% into my friendships. Like if someone's down, then I'm down. Like I'm gonna do everything to lift them up. But if I decide that you're not my friend, like, that's a long process, a long decision. Like, you can have multiple boyfriends, but friends, like, that's... What are you laughing about? I just think, like, friendships, if you take them really, really seriously, they're going to be worse than breaking up with, like, a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
True. Especially being young, because more than likely... not who you're gonna end up with. It's just their turn. They were there for the moment. You thought they was cute one month. You looked up the next day. You won't care for them anymore. friendship is something deeper.
I kind of
I
feel
disagree.
I kind of feel that way with friendships. Like I feel like okay, the only reason why I feel that way with friendships is because my mom always says friendships are for a reason, season, or lifetime. So there are friendships that are for a lifetime, but there sometimes are friendships that you're friends with someone because your other friends are friends with them. So that's the reason. Or you guys are friends because you guys are in high school, but like I was saying on Sunday at Amber's trunk parties, sometimes your high school friends are just your high school friends, or sometimes your high school friends can transition into your college friends and stay at college friends, or actually transition into lifelong friends. And I feel like some people struggle with friendships that you grow, and sometimes you outgrow people, and that's okay. That's just life, and it's really how you deal with it. Like with
You know, it fit in you with the whole Lion King transition. It had to.
I am dead.
I feel like you can. I feel like you can outgrow people. I feel like people
Definitely
take
outgrow people.
outgrowing people as we have beef. It's not that we have beef. It's
Or
just
you
that,
fake,
or I'm fake, or I was never real. It's not
Right.
that I'm fake, or we have beef, or I have an issue with you. It's just that we don't
Mesh
don't
well
mesh
together.
well together anymore. Like we've grown apart, and sometimes I feel like I'm a true believer in like everyone on this earth has a purpose, and I feel like your purpose you have to align with people who align with that purpose that you have. They're like
Just there
God,
for that season in your
yeah,
life.
they're there for that season in your life, like God or whoever your higher power may be that God has planned and set out for your life. Like God knows everything that's gonna go down in your life. So I feel like you have, for your purpose, in order for you to accomplish everything you need to accomplish for your life and fulfill your purpose on this earth, you have to be aligned with people that fulfill that and go along with that. Sometimes you outgrow people. Sometimes you cannot take everyone with you to the next level because they simply just won't understand where you're going, how you're coming, and how you're changing and how you're evolving. And they want to call you fake and say you have beef and you changing.
I feel
That's
like
how you feel.
friendship
Yeah.
breakups really test like your communication skills and how that person really feels about you. Like there's certain people like I outgrew them, and it was like a general consistency. So it was like we'll see each other, we'll speak, but like that used to be my friend, but we're just acquaintances. But then there's other people that like kind of take it to heart, or like there's beef, or that there's problems, or there's some lingering there, and it's just kind of like, I'm just the type of person that I really care about you, or I really just don't want you in my space if you did me bogus. If you did me bogus, I don't want you in my space. I don't like your energy, and that's just for a reason. I wish you the best. I have no ill intentions towards you. I hope you do great things, but I just don't want you in my area. I don't want you in my space because obviously I outgrew you, so you're not helping me grow. You're not watering my flower. You're damaging my flower.
Giving you metaphors.
I agree, because I feel like a big problem that I've noticed with our age range is that we don't respect each other's space.
Boundaries.
I feel like people don't respect boundaries. That if like they say like if you don't want to be in the same space, someone you're being childish. I don't feel like that's childish. I feel like you're protecting your energy. I feel like you
Yeah.
have to protect your energy, because if you don't want to be around like certain situations, you know how you have like those birthday dinners and you have your one friend that don't like each other and your other friend that don't like each other, and one friend may not show up. I feel okay in those situations. I feel like yes, you kind of bogus for not showing up for your friend, but also you can text your friend on the side if they're a real friend and say, hey, I just cannot be around that person. I
Let's
gotta
do something
protect.
else. Let's go
Yeah,
to
like
brunch.
can we do something else? Can we go to
Right.
brunch? Because I just don't simply want to be around that person. I feel like you have to respect people's boundaries, and if you don't want to be around someone, you shouldn't have to be around someone. It's a million, billion, trillion places in this world that you could be besides that one place.
Period.
I just, friendships are hard. It's a give or take.
They are. Okay, so how do you all feel like you should get over friendship arguments? Like, how do you feel like you should work through friendship arguments? Because those are sometimes how friendships end, because people simply don't know how to communicate with each other.
I'm a true believer that people say their true feelings in the heat of the moment. So, like, if we're arguing and you say, like, some really mean stuff, you've been feeling this way for a while. Your true feelings are just coming out. And I feel like that's something that needs to be addressed because you feel this way. So obviously our communication skills aren't as good as we think they are, because if you felt this way for a long time, you would have told me. If you get into arguments, I feel like to settle the argument, you both have to come in with an open mind. Like, you both can't be defensive. Like, if I'm telling you how I feel and you're like, no, that's not true, or I don't do that, or that's not right, then we're never going to resolve the issue, because you're basically deflecting, 1, 2, you're not acknowledging how I feel, and 3, you're not coming with the open mind of, okay, this is what I need to change, this is what I need to improve.
Yeah, personally, I don't argue, especially not, I don't argue. I will have a conversation with you, because arguing takes too much energy. First of all, if I'm upset in the moment, I'm going to take my time to calm myself down, gather my thoughts, and mature myself before I have a conversation with you. Because if I don't, I don't say nothing rude. Yeah, I do. I'm not even going to lie to you. I would say something rude. I will say something rude. But that's why I don't argue. I take a moment. I'm quiet. I'll let you talk.
Very quiet.
I'm real quiet. You ask anybody. I won't argue with you. I'm going to let you do all that hooping and hollering. And then when you get done and I done gather myself and I'm calm, cool, and collected, then I'm going to lay the facts down for you. And you either take it how you want to take it or you leave it. But when you are having a disagreement, you have to look from both sides of the perspective. You have to be open. And like Haley said, you have to be reflective, because people always communicate to response, but not interpret what the other person is saying. So take your time, because yelling does not get your point across. I don't think people understand. Yelling, it's not coming across. I'm sorry, I'm not hearing you, baby. You loud, but I'm not hearing you. Take your time. We too old. Thank you.
I feel like also people don't realize the difference between a disagreement and an argument. Because I've been learning these past 2 months that a disagreement is simply that you just don't agree with that person. They don't have to agree with you, but you can just say, hey, I respect your opinion, and we can agree to disagree on this topic. It's not an argument. It's just you simply don't agree on whatever the topic was or whatever the situation is that went down. And you simply can just say, hey, I don't agree with that. This is why I don't agree with that. This is why I don't like that. And you can simply move on and grow from that. But I feel like everyone takes something as an argument, as if you're being attacked. And it's not that you're being attacked. It's just they didn't agree with you. And in all actuality, you just don't like it. And you feel attacked because they don't agree with what you think. That's what I think. I think it's just all about communication.
Ditto.
But I feel like if you guys are true friends, you'll bounce back from it.
That is very true.
On periods.
We know that.
We know.
Oh, I didn't know. I was about to say, what I know?
Oh, my God. Okay, y'all. Thank you all for coming on Girlfriends Insider this week.
No problem.
Oh, you talking to me?
That ain't no problem.
That ain't no problem.
That ain't no problem. All right, y'all. You're listening to Girlfriends Insider with Amber Anderson. And up next, we have Imani in London, the creators of Chicago Create. Hey, ladies.
Hello.
How are you?
Very good.
I'm excited to have you all on Girlfriends Insider.
Thanks for having us.
So exactly in a week and a couple of days, you all will be hosting the first Chicago Creates.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So let's get into it more about Chicago Creates. So what exactly is Chicago Creates?
Okay, I came up with the idea. I knew I wanted to have an event, but I didn't know what it was. So I was like having different polls on my Quench page. I was like, would y'all rather a sip and paint, or would y'all rather a panel? I knew I wanted to do a fashion show, but my main goal of this event was to give Chicago teens more exposure. So that means upcoming models, upcoming artists, photographers, all that stuff. And, local businesses in Chicago, because it's a lot of businesses and artists and photographers in Chicago that nobody knows of. So I just wanted to, give them some recognition.
I think that's dope, because it's so many teen ran businesses that people do not know about. Yeah. And the big thing that I feel like a lot of teens and a lot of people around our age who are going to college is that we don't network with each other and help each other out. I think that personally, I feel like you, myself, and Diva with Diva Fitness and Brandy with Bodies by BB, I feel like we have done a really great job with networking with each other and supporting each other and just making those connections. So I think it's so dope that you all are doing it so that teens can connect and use each other as resources and outlets in order to grow their individual personal brands as well as grow their businesses.
Yeah, and another reason why I wanted to do it was to actually, let the businesses, let the people know who are participating in the event, they have support. Because a lot of businesses, it's like, okay, I'm doing this on my own. I don't want to support nobody. I'm on a come up. Woo, woo, woo. I get the come up part, but you gotta put in the energy that you want to receive. It's for me, it's all about support. Support goes a long way.
It does.
Yeah, and it's a very funny story how I came across Imani because I was just scrolling down Twitter one night and I seen her tweet. She was like this if you're a model. So me having no experience at all, I've never been behind a camera, but knowing I wanted to be a model, I'm just gonna like this tweet. Just gonna like the tweet.
Yeah.
See what's gonna happen. So maybe 6 minutes later, Imani DM me like, "Oh, who have you worked with?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what am I about to say? What am I about to say?" So I text my friends like, "Y'all, she just DM me. What am I about to say?" It's like, "Just make something up." I'm like, "No, I'm not about to make something." So I'm like, "Well, I really haven't worked with anyone, but I really want to." She was like, "Okay, text me. I have an idea," and it went right from there.
Yeah, and she
Told me her
was
idea, and we
one
just
of
took
the
off.
yeah, she was one of the people that really actually helped me get it together because I knew what I wanted to do. I just didn't know how to execute the plan and
We literally came up with Chicago Creates within
like
2 days,
yes.
like so fast. We was like, okay, we need to find a venue, we need to find vendors, we need to find artists. We started making a lot of tweets, putting it out there, having our friends help us promote it.
And the process was so tedious. It still is. Like,
Trust me.
yeah.
I know. So tedious. But I think it's so dope that you two came together. I feel like it's so a lot of businesses and organizations in Chicago, their founders and the business partners, they come together in these crazy ways.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just aligned by purpose. Like you were meant to do this together. You were meant to be together.
Right.
So can you all just get into what will we be seeing at Chicago Creates? I've seen all throughout Twitter you all post. I've seen the host. I've seen some of the fashion shows you'll be having and some of the businesses. So you all give us a little bit more insight on what will be going down at Chicago Creates.
All right, so you're going to be seeing inspiring models. You're going to be seeing upcoming artists. We have lots of vendors, dancers.
So bring y'all money to support these businesses.
We have dancers. Imani's going to be.
I didn't know that was going to be said. It's okay. Yes.
You didn't tell me that was
No, it's
secret?
okay. It's okay.
You get that? Sorry.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of artists. So y'all will see a lot of people around Chicago that you have not heard of before. But
Some you have.
Some you have, but you know, it's all about support. Like I said, so different artists, fashion shows, poets, a lot of vendors, different businesses. You got clothing lines, you got cosmetics, you got food. And I know y'all be hungry. Yeah.
So how much does it cost for people to get into this event?
It's free.
Free. Okay, look at you.
Like a little community
Yeah, we just
event.
wanted to
I love
help,
it.
not even about the money, but to help others get exposure. So
Yeah.
like, no, we're not going to charge anyone for this event.
Yeah.
Okay, dope. So where will the event be hosted?
The event will be at the Joinery, 2533 West Homer Street.
Okay.
Yes.
I hope you guys all be there.
Yeah.
6:30.
6:30 to 9:30. It's gonna be y'all.
It's going to be
It's gonna be fun. I am
I'm
really excited for this.
Lots
It's gonna
of
be
food,
fun. Lots
drinks,
of food,
snacks,
drinks
everything.
provided, all of that. Yeah, I'm really excited.
I am excited for you two. I think this is such an amazing and dope event. I am so big on support and networking with people who are around your age.
Thank you.
I think that's just really, really dope. So I am excited. I hope that you all listening are excited to be at Chicago Creates
def.
on August 2nd.
August 2nd.
From 6:30 to 9:30. Make sure you all bring your coins so you can support these teen businesses. Make sure you're watching the fashion show, you're listening to the poets, and you are there getting food and drinks and having a really good time. Thank you, ladies, for coming on.
Thank you for having us, Amber.
No problem. You all heard it here first. Chicago Creates August 2nd. Make sure you're there. It's Amber Anderson, and you're listening to Girlfriends Insider.